Hey guys, what's going on? Mr. Dragon47 here. Today we're going to be talking about, this is basically going to be a noob guide to TF2. I guess that's what I'll call this video. It's a noob guide to TF2. I'll be talking about all the classes, each of their weapons, how the class is good, how they're bad, their strengths, their vulnerabilities, when they should be used, how they're used, how to play them, so on and so forth. So I'm going to be going through each class, and we'll start out with the Scalp. He has 3 different weapons: the scattergun, the pistol, and the bat. He has a pretty good. He has this one of the smallest health in Team Fortress 2, which is 125, and when fully overhealed is 185. His speed, he is faster than any other player in Team Fortress 2. He goes 133% speed, and this is opposed to a Pyro or something of that nature. The job of this class is to get close quarters to someone and really hit, just a little hit and run kind of guy. The weapons are like I said, are the scattergun. It is good for close to mid-range. As you can see, it's not very good for long range. I'm gonna hit this Scalp. It didn't do much, but once you're right on top of someone, if you're this close, it does about 100 damage to them. The pistol should really only be used to finish off enemies when you either hit them once and you just want to kind of humiliate them, or when you're completely out of the 6 loaded shots for the scattergun, and you can just finish them off with a pistol. The bat honestly isn't used quite a lot, since you have one really close range weapon that does a lot more damage than a melee weapon would. The Scalp can do something that no other class can, which is the double jump. You just tap your jump button twice, and he goes flying farther up than his first jump. It's pretty simple, and he can just like jump in while you're falling. No other class can do this. He can just jump while he's falling. No other class can do that. Some vulnerabilities of the Scout. Of course, he has low health, so he is very susceptible to explosions. But the explosions depend on who you're facing. And if you're a really good Scout, Demoman are really afraid of you. Because Scout is a hit scan class, which means that as soon as you shoot, the bullets will get wherever you just shot, except for the bat, of course. And Demomen are the very opposite. They have to guess where a person will be going in order to kill them. The anti-class, I guess you'd call it, for the Scout would probably be the Heavy, because he can take out enemies really quickly, and considering the fact that you're a Scout and all, and you have low health, that's probably not going to do very well going against the Heavy. So let's go right on to the next guy, who is the Soldier. The Soldier has a rocket launcher, a shotgun, and a shovel to start out with. Actually, I forgot something. I'm really sorry. Weapons that I would switch out for these 3. Honestly, I would not switch out the scattergun, because it is great. It has 6 great shots. The pistol, if you want to switch it out, if you don't use your pistol a lot, the Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol gives you extra health, which can be useful in the future. And the bat, I would use a Boston Basher, and try not hitting yourself. Try not just doing this with it, unless you're trying to build Uber with a medic or something. Besides that, the Boston Basher is a great weapon to use. So let's go right on to the Soldier now. As I've already said, rocket launcher, shotgun, shovel. The rocket launcher does quite a bit of damage. close or far range. So that was a bit mid-range. Okay, I missed him. So if you get a direct hit, it's about 75, and crits are about 200 or so. The shotgun is really good for people who are right up in your face, because the rocket launcher will probably hurt you a little bit. The shovel honestly isn't used that much to actually kill people. Yeah, it's because you have one close range weapon, one long / mid range weapon, so your shovel isn't really used that much. The soldier, as you can see, has 200 health, and when fully overhealed, he has 300. He moves a bit slower than anyone else in, he moves second slowest of any class. He goes 80% fast, or 80% is his speed. That's a little bit slower than a Pyro or a Demoman, or, you know, that kind of thing. The job of this class is to stay back a little bit and still pick off damage to people. If you want to get right up in someone's face, that's good too. Yeah, that's basically the job of the soldier. Something that the soldier can do that no one else can do is rocket jump, which is looking down at your feet, jumping, and crouching at the same time while firing your rocket, and you'll go up flying into the air. It takes a while to master the art of rocket jumping, but once you get used to it, it's really effective. So, oh, before I go, the anti-class, I guess you could say, of the soldier will probably be the Pyro, because he can reflect your rockets and send them back flying to you or your teammates. And yeah, what he is really good with, like I said, is taking out people from kind of far range. If you want to get closer to people, that's fine. Let's see if I hit the Pyro. No, I didn't. I tried. If you want to switch the weapons out, honestly, wouldn't switch out the rocket launcher. It's a great weapon to use. It has 4 shots that do pretty good damage. If you were to switch it out, I would switch out for a direct hit, which does, as you could probably tell, you have to get basically a direct hit with them to do a lot of damage. It's basically a training weapon, I guess, but it's okay. For the shotgun, I wouldn't switch out the shotgun at all, ever, no. For the shovel, I would switch it out for the escape plan, because if you're at low health, you can just like run away really quickly and either find a medic or get to a health kit, and then you're back. Alright, so let's go right on to the next class, which is the Pyro. The Pyro has a flamethrower, a shotgun, and a fire axe. The flamethrower, as you might could tell, throws flames, which does afterburn to other players. Let's see. If you hold it down, you can kill people faster. And also, Pyros are not affected by afterburn, and this includes yourself. The shotgun is not really used quite a lot, but because you have one close range weapon. Shotgun is also a close range weapon, but it can get people like the engineer, where I probably couldn't hit that soldier. I can hit him there, so it's good in that perspective. There's also the fire axe, which also isn't used quite a lot, because you have 1, 2 close range, mid range weapons, and a melee isn't really used. As you can see, he has 175 health, and once you are fully overhealed, that is 260 health. He moves at 100% speed, which is just a regular speed. As you can see, I have everyone on TR walkway going exactly 100%, so I'm going as fast as this Demoman. there's something that the Pyro can do that no one else can is Air Blast, which is that. It can knock people back, it can knock projectiles back, whether those projectiles be rockets, grenades, sticky bombs, a Sandman, baseball, any projectile that flies through the air, you can just like reflect it back and it will do a mini crit to if it hits anyone. The job of this class is to kind of sneak up behind people and get some damage done just to random people. Like that's, let's see, the anti-class of the Pyro would most likely be the heavy or the sniper, because you kind of have to be close to whoever you're hitting to enable it to do any damage whatsoever. And if there's a heavy around, you're toast, unless you toast them. The strong suit of this, the strong suit of Pyro is enabling you to see cloaked spies. If there was a cloaked spy right here, I just say, and he would be on fire for about 10 seconds or so. And that enables you and other teammates to see the spy. For weapon switching, I would switch out the flamethrower for the degreaser. Even though it does less damage, it has a 65% faster weapon switch, which means I could, like, if I were to switch it out, I could shoot the shotgun now instead of right then. Yeah, for the shotgun, I would switch, if you want to, I would switch it out for the flitter gun, because it can kind of hit people from farther range with an arc. And if you have a degreaser, like I said, you set someone on fire. Let's not have an example. You set someone on fire, you take your flare gun out, it does an automatic crit to them, whoever it hits that's on fire. And for the fire axe, I would definitely switch this out for an axe extinguisher, because it does an automatic crit to whoever is on fire. So if you just do this, he would be dead. He would have a crit to him. And yeah, that's basically the Pyro. Let's go right into the next class, which is the Demoman. The Demoman has a grenade launcher, sticky bomb launcher, and a bottle. Demoman is really good with close. What the heck? Is really good with long and close range. He can charge up a sticky shot and make it fly farther. And the grenade launcher, if you can get good direct hits, this is really good. It does about 100, almost 100 damage to players with direct hits. I main Demoman, if you didn't know that. And the sticky bomb launcher should definitely be used a lot more, because they do more damage than a grenade will. Grenades are mostly used for the rolling, or I use them for rolling anyway, just to discourage enemies from getting somewhere. You can also sticky trap, which is just setting a bunch of stickies in one place, and it will discourage the other team to go past that, because I can just boom, he's dead. He has, as you can see, has 175 health, just like the Pyro, and just like the Pyro, the overheal is 260 health. I forgot to mention the bottle, sorry about that. The bottle isn't quite used a lot, since you have like grenades here that do pretty good close range weapon. But the bottle will be used if someone's right up on you like this. But since you're a Demoman and you have two huge explosive weapons, people quite honestly will not get this close to you. The job of this class is to take out people from kind of far close range, and to discourage the team from pushing into another control point. A thing that Demoman can do that no other class can is sticky jump. it's quite a lot easier than rocket jumping. And yeah. So if you were to switch out weapons, I honestly would not switch out any weapons for Demoman. But I guess if you want to, for whatever reason, if you're good at getting direct hits with your grenade launcher, go ahead and switch right onto to a lock and load. It does more damage and it does better direct hits. But I stick with the regular grenade launcher because of the rolling method of grenading. The sticky bomb launcher, do not switch this weapon out. It is amazing. And bottle, if you're not going to use your melee a lot, only to finish off people, I would suggest you using the half Satoichi, but that's not very recommended. Or the Islander if you're willing to use your melee a lot. Yeah, that's basically it for the Demoman. Let's go right on to the next class, which is the Heavy. I should really turn off my notifications. Sorry about that. The Heavy has a huge minigun, a shotgun, and fists. Excuse me. The minigun does a huge amount of damage in a short amount of time to anyone who's really close. Just like that. It's a mow down class. I could do this all day. It's a close to mid-range weapon. I'll show you what it's like on long range. Since the bullets scatter a little bit, it's not going to hit people from far range a lot. So Heavy is definitely not a long range class. The shotgun honestly isn't used a lot since you have a close to mid-range weapon already. That does a huge amount of damage. The fists, again, aren't really used a lot because you have a close to mid-range weapon that does a huge amount of damage. I'm getting crits all over the place. Anyway, as you can see, he has 300 health, and with overheal, that is 450. And only class that can take you out with 450 health is that guy right over there. Yeah, the sniper. The job of this class is to take out enemies close to mid-range and make sure that no one can get by you. And I'd say that your anti-class, there are two main anti-classes for Heavy. They are the Spy and the Sniper. The Spy, I say Spy because you walk so slowly and it's a lot easier for them to backstab you. And the other would be the Sniper because you're just target practice for snipers. They just kind of have to look in your general direction and charge up their shot and you're dead. If you were to switch out weapons, I would switch the minigun out with maybe the Tomislav, because it's quiet when you turn corners instead of making this noise as you hear now. It doesn't make any noise whatsoever, and you can just turn the corner and mow down anyone that's around that corner. The shotgun I would definitely switch out for the sandwich because it regenerates your health when you eat it, and it can regenerate any teammate's health and by throwing it on the ground. The fist I would switch out for either the killing gloves of boxing, because if you're gonna use your fists at all, you might as well use that because excuse me, because if you kill someone you get 3 seconds of crits with any weapon, not just the KGB. And if you're not gonna use your your melee weapon at all to actually fight, I was just using the gloves of running urgently, which enable you to run faster, but you take mini crits, so you can get to the front lines faster as Heavy and start mowing down people. So let's go right on to the next class, which is the Engineer.